Alrighty, Chad, let's get straight into it. What in the non-copyright is this music?
Alright, Chad, that's TP. Thanks for coming. We're going to see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a blessed day.
Chad, hope you guys are doing well. We're not going to pray here this morning. We prayed twice in Trading with Faith, so please go and check it. But we are going to get straight into it. And let's see what is cooking here. Today, PPI, big one as well. So we're going to see if that basically installs the same as yesterday. And inflation yesterday, let's quickly talk about it. What happened? Came out lower than expected, in line with previous months. So inflation still stagnant. Not going up, not going down. So that's a relatively good sign. Okay. But still, Fed obviously wants inflation closer to 2%. So labor market last week also not looking elusively strong, but not looking weak either. Okay, so if you consider NFP, the number, even though it wasn't a massive number, the number wasn't big. Where is it? 50k. Okay, at least it's not a negative, so it's still going. All right.
Yeah.
So let me just do this quickly. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so today PPI, big one. All roads leading to PPI. We're gonna look at the dollar. Looking on the daily, we can clearly see that we had a nice inside day yesterday, bumping our head up against this flat body resistance area right there. All right, and now we're creating some type of range down here. So dollar consolidating here. 4 days now that we are trading up against this high, so the dollar's going to need to make a decision. One thing I do need to note is that today's PPI could pop it over the brink and we could see that move up to that 200 EMA, or we're actually going to see this come all the way back down in the range. Okay, so there's that zone I marked out. If you go back, you can see all the way from Friday failing to get through that level. All right, even this morning now, yesterday afternoon. So one of two things going to happen here. This is either building up to break through, all right, and we're finally going to get a acceptance above that level and price can run, or we are going to start trading lower. Alrighty. Gold, quickly looking at yields before we look at gold. If we go to the 10-year, I don't know why it's so slow here. If we go and look at the 10-year bond yields, you can see we are rejecting that 200. Okay, so that's going to be positive for gold, positive for equities. But we're going to need to see how today closes. All right, also very big consolidative range on the yields. No inversion of the yield curve yet. So if you look at the 2-year, still at 3.5, 10-year at 4.16. So no fear of recession yet. Once they start inverting, I think we need to start worrying about recession. So no recessionary fears here. Daily on gold, yesterday closing weak bearish. Okay, I like the look of this daily candle. We actually gapped up on the week as well. If you look at the weekly, got a gap up there. I don't know, can this thing turn around? Maybe not, but there's a daily gap as well. So big one for me today. We are still relatively bullish. I would have loved the pullback, taking a previous daily low and then reversing, but now we are at the previous daily high. All right, and also we are already above the first average daily range, so we could proceed to 2 standard deviations to the upside. And if you look at this right here, this is actually setting up for a breakout, and it might happen before, but you guys know what I talk about when price starts to compress like this. the expectation is that we're going to get a break and it's going to pump. All right, so feel free if you want, once this closes above, let me just check with. So what you're either going to see here is one or two things. You're going to get a nice candle closure above here. Okay, this is a potential trade idea. Okay, that is a potential trade idea there. Once it closes above, wait for a little bottom wick break, and you can have a relatively tight stop because it needs to run. All right, and yeah, it could even run 2 standard deviations, or it could run to this 46,650. That's actually where, if we are going to reverse, this is the level I'm monitoring for potential pullback, as we've got this little open gap here at the daily flip, but otherwise this is an idea. It can also break to the other side. Kindly note that you could see something like this. All right, with these lows getting higher, all right, you can see that it's stepping up. You could also see a little pop and a drop. Okay, so one or two scenarios, but we're going to see how that plays out. I just want to see. All right, I think closer to the open, our point of control will also shift to this zone right here. So that's where the majority of the volume will be trading, and we can potentially look to trade away from there. Alrighty, so that is the idea. Very simple here on gold. US30 daily, let's have a look on what is the daily doing. Daily coming back in the range as mentioned yesterday. If we cannot hold outside of that zone, very likely we will come back. So looking at this, expansion, consolidation, I'm looking for potential buys on US30 down here. All right, so I want to see a drop into this level, and then I want to see potentially what we do there. Okay, we already had a bounce, I think. Yeah, when was this? Thursday, from that level. But that's what I'm looking at. Otherwise, continuations below here, but I do think it's going to be some type of fake out and then coming back inside of the range. NASDAQ daily. NASDAQ daily still, I'm still hopeful, and I say that. Still hopeful we get that break above. If you look here, okay, we are busy compressing up against this level right here, so we could get a little bit of a deeper pullback. If we start failing here, if we start failing this level, we obviously going to go into the next range, and if this range fails, so these are our 3 ranges that we are working with on NASDAQ. So what I want to see is NAS already had 2 bounces from that level yesterday, so it either needs to get away. But what I want to see is, what do we do here? Can we also get something like that to go back to the upside? Currently bearish, but that is what I'm looking at. And then crypto finally starting to wake up, starting to get into this yearly pivot. You're gonna see what Bitcoin does there. I do think if we start to struggle here at this yearly pivot, we are going back to 66,000. So maybe some potential pain for crypto traders. It would make sense to go back to that level, because if you think about this previous cycle, that was about a 75% pullback. And if we take this one here, actually yearly S2, that would be absolutely disgusting. But yeah, Chad, that is what we're looking at for year. Gold gold I'm very interested in here this morning. I do think there is some very high potential for gold here. I hope you guys are ready. Muting gents for no reason. What happened now? Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. TP was here at 7. Yeah. Project G guys. They took this trade, yeah. That was the trade. If you want to know why they took that, you can join Project G, ladies and gents. We chatted with our senior advisor yesterday, Brian. I don't know if you guys know him. You would have seen him in the chat here. Or not actually yesterday, the day before that. Going forward, I think we'll have one afternoon stream a week, maybe on a Friday. But for the rest, it's only going to be London. And then we're going to live stream in the afternoons with Project G members. 20, 25. As much as we love the streams, it's difficult to get work done. So we chatted with our senior advisor, and this is what he advised us on. So that is how it will be going forward. End of an era. Yeah, Jaxie, end of an era. Gotta respect hustle, the dons. No, break even for me. I actually closed it at break even. But yeah, so Fridays we will do both sessions. Rest of the week will still be London, and then afternoon NYSE sessions will be with Project G. Okay, please do an analysis. Deervault. GBP ZAR. I don't think I have ever looked at GBP ZAR. But we've got time here. I can look at it for you quickly. Deervault, so if we look at it from a top-down perspective, we can clearly see one of two things here on a weekly time frame. On a weekly basis, we can clearly see that we broke structure to the downside, and we can see that we are in a very steady downtrend here. Okay. It's quite clear to see that this is a very steady downtrend all the way back to April 2024. And you can see that structure keeps getting broken down every time it breaks out. So currently it is bearish. Starting off this week, you would have been bearish, looking at that previous weekly low, and then jumping down to a daily time frame. Yesterday you would have also been bearish because we had a candle closure below that support area. That is a confirmed support. You had a nice wick to the upside, taking that previous daily high, then failing. So yeah, still bearish. If I look to my left, I don't know, a support going all the way back to 2023. How effective this could be, I don't know, but that is definitely a level that I would consider. Nice reaction of that level, so let's bring it back. Are we anywhere close to that level? Okay, so quite a bit of a way to go. So 2185 it would seem. And then on the lower time frame, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing that previous daily low tested during Asia, rejected. Daily flip. So I'm going to say, if you want to get involved with this, I don't know who would trade it. I don't even know what the spread is on this. I would say if you want to trade it, this is what I'm looking at. There we go. So if we reject, that's not. Oh, isn't it non-copyright? Wow. Rejections here, and we can start to move down. Nice equal lows here, which I do think will get clapped. So that will be your first target, and then from there, I think you need to monitor whether we continue, because what you want to see is once we break there, it could consolidate there, but then you want to see a nice strong move away. But yeah, that is pound ZAR. So no afternoon stream, no. Yeah, I think lessons learned the last 2 years, trying to bring people in to alleviate the time spent on stream, and yeah, it's not worked out with anyone. So the best for us is both me and Keegan on London, and then with Prodigy in the afternoons we will split. Dewald, groot plesier my vriend. Ek hoop daai help. Ek weet nie of jy analysis gesoek het om geld te convert nie, en of jy dit actually trade nie, maar is bearish. USD ZAR as well, Rand just absolutely a machine at this stage. Coming back to CPI, guys. Yeah, CPI, as mentioned, coming out as expected. You can see there basically another flat reading. We are stuck in between this. I would say we're safe while we're below that 3. I think if we, in this first quarter, get a pump above that 3, that is going to be not good. Then I think you're going to start seeing a repricing on futures of no cuts. We currently have 2 cuts priced in. Okay, so then you're going to get a complete repricing of the dollar. Okay, but like I mentioned yesterday, the risk is more asymmetric to the downside, because we are in a easing cycle. Okay, we're not in a tightening cycle anymore, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so shout out to guys to just quickly get some documents done.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, that is the analysis kicks. I don't know if you want to bedazzle the guys there.
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready. Alright, guys, let's kick it off with the dollar. So going back to yesterday, if you guys remember, I've been talking about it, saying I want to see dollar strength come in. We spoke about the idea that Monday, this was going to become the low of the week. You can see yesterday, even with that number not really coming out, I think how some people might have expected it, we still saw the dollar just go from strength to strength over there. Kind of had a little bit of a test off again on their weekly pivot, and they just again rebounded completely after that. So as we start to look into it, again, same idea today. We are going quite bullish. We are holding this 200 very, very beautifully. Again, if you think of it this way, it's just a little bit of a pause, pulling back in. And I always like to say, very similar to a grabber kick. If you see now, we've got Asia highs, Asia lows. That becomes your fake out of the day, holding the 200. And this is where you want to see us start to break, get that move in. And then again, previous daily highs, that's going to be our first key area. And then once that goes through, weekly high, Asia highs, and then see that move to the top side. So again, the very slow move all the way back to, there will be our first main target, 9900. And then after that, we'll be on the road back to 100,000. Right. So dollar, I am still quite bullish, and we're definitely on the road over there. Going over to gold. So what does that mean for gold? Gold is quite interesting for us. There's obviously a lot of things happening at the moment. The ideas of the safe haven really come into play there. But again, when I say that, it's coming into play, but you also need things to escalate. We kind of get to a point where, okay, something happened. Now, I'm not going to live the rest of my life doing that. I'm not going to say, hey, Chris bought a new car. Now, every single day I'm going to come in here, hey, Chris bought a new car. No, the one day it was there, it's news. I'm happy for you. The next day, life carries on. It's the same with this over here. We can have things like, for example, hey, a new war can kick off. You can have wars that are still going on, but those wars don't affect the markets to that extent anymore unless they start to escalate. So unless we get new news, that's not really going to happen, but there is just a lot happening at that point in time. So where we are trading now, we had that little bit of a pullback, trading bullish again, pullback. So as we start to sit here right now, even if we look here on the 4 hour, you can see we've almost made a little bit of a range here. So we can do something like that for you guys. Let me actually make that a bit of a darker color. Let's just do something like that. You can see there's a little block here. We kind of form making a high, a low, and we really were starting to hold it. But again, the big thing for me is over here. You can see there we broke out. We then held again as much as this. If I'm correct, I think you guys, this would be your shooting star, if I remember correctly, on your candle patterns and stuff like that. But again, the big thing for me is more just that we held this little block as like a support for us now. What I want to look at after that is the idea that this weekly R2, I'm not going to consider dailies on this type of time frame because again, that's relative to the other day. But on a higher time frame, I want to look at things like the weekly, and that's the thing. Weekly R1 holds, weekly R2 has been hit. Now, if we can hold a weekly R2, ideally, you want to see weekly R3 come into play. And again, this means for the rest of the week.
Sorry, Chad. Markets are open and in motion, baby. This is the official round 5. Ding, ding, ding. There we go.
There we go. So 2 things I'm going to look for today on gold is I'm still going to very, very much be looking for buy continuations. But what I'm going to be looking for is, again, if we do fail here, maybe some type of potential sell. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of all-time high. We've then taken all-time highs twice and then keep rejecting. We're not seeing that volume come in. So we could see a type of sell where we can see just a bit of a pullback, see what happens at that range where either we pop off again or that fails. And as we say with the range, if we go back into it, then we could be trading all the way back down to the low of that range just as a minimum. And when we look on the lower time frames, not only we have that major 4-hour gap, but we technically also have a little gap over here on the day open, which hasn't been closed yet. So we could see that come into play, especially with news still around today. So we're going to watch out for that. But yeah, as it stands, overall bullish, but I might look at a short-term sell if we get something saucy there. But Chad, that's everything from me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kigo. Chad, let's see what gold is going to produce here for us today. Like I said, I would love that little melt up, but we could also see the melt down. Okay. There's that shift in point of control now sitting right slap bang in the middle here. So let's see if price can steady the ship above, and then let's see if we can get that run into 46.50, ladies and gents. Where is my super trend? Why does it keep? Let me just get this on quickly. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. Yield's already down 0.2 on the day. Dollar, let's check with dollar. Dollar flat, close to that daily flip level. Asia low is currently holding. I think dollar could start to run. You can see that is our structure level there. So from these highs, if we start to hold above this point of control and then above that daily flip, then we're going to start shifting structure to the upside. US30, I don't really want to get involved here now. So focus more shifted towards gold. Yeah, gold I'm not gonna take inside. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna wait for that break up here. That is also technically the all-time highs. Yeah,
It is.
am I right? It is. Yeah, that is new all-time highs. So we shall see. Keeks mentioned he wanted to do a giveaway today.
Ooh, Chad, we're gonna do that. I'm just getting this post out here quickly. Bro, it's been a while since I've done a morning post.
Are you doing a morning post now?
Morning post, bro.
Mixing it up.
Change it up. You never let them know what you're doing. What's coming next. What do you think the post's about, bro?
Wisdom.
There's a lot of free wisdom there, bro. The ultimate how to trade gold in 2026.
Oh no. Oh no. Man is farming views here. Man is farming views here.
A little breakdown for the guys.
Okay, gold, what are you gonna do for us?
So I'm just finishing this up here, guys, and then we're gonna talk about that giveaway.
Chris, don't you think you will slow? Jexy, I think there's a lot of consideration that goes into doing one stream. There's a lot of sitting around being unproductive on stream, and the issue is you obviously want to make the stream good. You want to have the stream be engaging and entertaining. So you don't get a lot of work done, and then that work needs to be done in the evenings and early mornings. So in terms of preserving ourselves for the longer run, we're doing that, because obviously streaming just for the members, it's a more relaxed environment. You off stream. Everyone is there for one purpose, and that's trading only. So it's not something that we just woke up one morning. Like I said, I chatted to Brian as well.
We've been thinking of this for a long time, like since last year already.
Yeah, so it's just a case of there is other stuff outside of the stream that we need to do as well. No, we obviously want to grow the channel. That has always been the thing, and it's always been to give as much free value as we can. I don't think one stream a day and then on Friday 2 streams is unfair. I don't think it's unfair. We've been here for almost 3 years every day, so
at the same time, it's again, we are still the cheapest in the industry. So if you really wanted to have both streams, you just become part of the community, because you're literally getting it for free in the morning. If you are again someone who trades and you only want to trade and be done and dusted, you could literally just trade London and then call it a day. If you want to capitalize and maximize it, then you're going to trade New York as well. But then you can come to the party, because it's a typical thing as well, guys. As much as we're trying to work things, we're trying to still grow businesses, we need to maximize our time with everything. And I think the biggest thing it comes down to again is where like Chris was saying, that we have given so much for so long. Like, we need to start stepping back to manage our own lives a bit now.
yeah, Chad, I can't sell gold. I can't sell gold here. Rooks, Jakes, I actually think it will grow the channel more because it makes the streams a little bit more exclusive.
But you know what also, hey, and I've seen a lot of other people who stream and do this. At the same time, you need to think, it actually, like Chris says, it helps you grow the channel. Because the thing is, when you've got 2 streams, your viewers know they can split themselves. So it's like, hey, if I can't make the morning, I'll be there for New York. If I can't make New York, I'll be there for the morning. And you guys land up splitting them. But when you also get, when the people know now, okay, there's one stream, they know for that time of the day, I need to be there for that stream this time of the day. Then I've got the rest of my day open. So you will see your numbers increase. You'll see concurrence increase. You'll see things like that because the guys dial in for that time period. What about the gaming streams? We're going to have to try and figure that one out.
Sure, it's tough, dude. Especially now with the new year getting going.
Yeah, Carson had retired. Yeah, bro, I saw that.
Did he retire from streaming?
Yeah, he retired from streaming. He purely said because he's created such a name as a streamer. He says there's other things in life he wants to achieve and tick off, but now he can't step out of that box. So he's like, he's done everything he wants to achieve as a streamer. He's completely going to walk away from streaming that he can become the other things he wants to become.
Sure, that's the end of an era.
Geeks, check your post. Never thought you were one for using the ATR for TP and stop loss. Thought you were like Chris with standard deviation. Bro, we've got lots of tips and tricks. Oh, you hit the ceiling. What more can you do? Yeah. Hey, Jeremy.
Jeros.
I think, like, I mean, for example, you can't ever talk about Mafiathon and not think of Castanet.
Sure, I think this little PC is struggling with all of this.
All right, okay, Grover, while we're waiting here, do you want to talk about do you want to start breaking down that giveaway for them?
No, it's your giveaway.
No, but I'm saying, okay, guys,
you break it
how many accounts are we going to give away? Are we going to do one and do a slightly bigger one, or are we going to do
5?
5 what size accounts?
5.
Okay, guys, we're going to do 5K giveaways here today. Now we're going to change it up a little bit because this is a game. We want to show people we're back in business. We're back like we never left. All we need you guys to do, and again, if you don't want to do it that way, in the sense of you don't need to sit there and take like a selfie. You don't need to show us 5 fingers or 4 fingers or anything like that. You can just take it off the stream. So all you need to do right now is you're going to go on with your phone or whatever, and you're going to take a photo of the stream wherever you're watching it. If it's on your laptop, if it's on a TV, if it's on whatever, find your random buddy at work next to you to take a photo of you watching on your phone if you're on your phone. And then you're just going to post that on your story and tag TG's Trading, Chris, and myself. Then we're going to take those and we're going to go through it and we're going to choose a giveaway. Again, if you get creative, maybe we're just going to take a very creative person and you'll get bonus points. You might just be chosen as a winner purely for the creative post. But you guys have got now till a little bit into the stream. I think we'll give you guys time to do it. And then we're going to go through all the tags and go see what we like, what's the favorites, who did what they wanted to do, what was original. And we're going to choose 5 winners from that one. All right, so very, very different, yeah. But we want to get you guys involved. We want to get you guys putting a little bit of effort because it's 2026. We want to see that graph. You guys are, you're awake, you're hungry. You're not just typing 2 numbers in on the chat there. We want to see you guys getting active, yeah.
Activity.
So, would you mind repeating the instructions? That's a great feature about the stream. You can actually just rewind. And once you rewind, you're going to watch it again as if I repeated it.
Hey, hitting with the repeat.
So you guys can get to work with that one.
Yeah, guys, gold. This is that lobby music.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't need to know you trade. You can tell them, oh yeah, these guys, they actually they game full time, but they do just trade because that's how they pay the bills. But they're actually gamers. See, we got you covered already, bro. There's your backup story. That was actually something one of the guys spoke to him about the other day, Chad. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are gamers, collectors, or things like that, but there's some cool little giveaways we could do this year. Starting off with, who here would be interested in, for example, like a Steam voucher, or like a Xbox Game Pass voucher, or PlayStation Store vouchers, and if we gave away stuff like that for you guys. We might even do that on the gaming channel, but
PSN voucher, yes. Age Post authorities are looking for a man. I don't want anyone to know how to trade. Steam is good.
free is free. What about a Lego voucher? We can definitely do a Lego voucher. Bro, did you see that thing of this they're coming out with now, the smart block?
Don't tell me there's a screen on it.
No. The technology in it, I honestly want to know how they do that. So you can go search it there, just go watch the video.
You put it next
block.
to your thing and it tell you where the piece goes.
No. So like, let's say you built a plane, a Lego plane. You put the smart block on it, and now you play with the plane, and it's going to make plane noises.
Yeah.
Where like, if you want to think the plane's crashing, it's going to make the plane crash. If you fly upside down, it'll make a certain noise.
Oh, so it's sound.
Now, if you take it and you put it on the F1 Lego cars, it's going to make a F1 sound. It learns whatever, it knows what it's on. And then it makes sounds for that. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Peter, good morning, good morning. Guys, looking here at gold. Dollar, like I mentioned, starting to make its way back here. So we're going to have to see if the dollar starts ripping here to the upside or whether we start to reject. Indices I'm not going to touch during London now. I'm going to wait for NYSE. So no touch on indices for me. Gold, I cannot sell at all. It's, yeah, unless we're close to 46.50, I cannot sell this. There's no structure for me on it to sell it. I'm gonna check the 4 hour. I'm gonna have to be below Asia low if I even want to consider. We didn't take that high, no. Comp entered, boom, boom. Well done. Oh yeah, we were talking, I think it was me and Steve earlier in the week. And he was talking about investing. And I said the only thing that I will ever invest into again is your 3 main indexes, S&P, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ. So there's a lot of ETFs, QQQ, QQM. And the reason I say ETF, because those ETFs pay out dividends, And then what you do with that dividend is you reinvest it into that holding. So you're increasing your holding, it's generating cash flow, and now that increased holding, the next dividend payout is going to be slightly more based on your stock holding, and it's a rinse and repeat cycle. And then also the other one that I've got in my portfolio is the Schwab Dividend Equity Fund. More stable, gives about 4.5% per year dividend, and then obviously individual holdings. The only one I'm currently holding is Tesla. Tesla is at the yearly pivot or close to it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's above the yearly pivot. But my expectation is that Tesla could run to 562 this year. Okay. So he was asking about that. And the reason I told him that is that when I did my individual stock picking, I only beat the indexes by 2 or 3%. So for spot I wouldn't go. For an investment I wouldn't go leveraged.
So you're telling us that's the infinite money glitch over there?
That is technically the infinite money glitch, but I wouldn't do anything leveraged. I wouldn't do tranches. I don't know if you guys know how a tranche works. You basically...
I don't know what that is.
A tranche?
No.
So how it works is you lock up your money. They guarantee a future value if market beats. Some tranches would say if the market from when you invest closes positive, they would give you, say, 100% on what you invested.
So in a way, it's obviously the amounts are different, but it's very similar to options trading.
Yeah, not really, because
you only make your money if you beat what
options.
You said it would
options. The thing with options is the premium can go up and down the further price moves from your strike. So options, you've got options is based on the premium. This is purely based on the movement.
Okay.
So the tranche then, let's say for instance you put in 1 million, and let's say the tranche rules are in 5 years time the market just needs to be above your entry price, or say above 5% or whatever, and they will pay you out 2 million. Okay.
That seems like quite an easy way to make money.
No, but
right
here's the thing now. There's also the risk that if the market closes below, you just get your money back. So for 5 years, your money technically devalued. That's the risk of a tranche. Because let's say you invested for 5 years and you take, for instance, COVID year. And when your tranche expired was when this happened. No. Where was Cocodona? You still would have actually been fine. NASDAQ. It would have been fine there. I know Discovery had one that only once in history didn't. They've got this. This is a tranche.
On 99.6%.
Five years. So that is tranche. What is it? Trench. in the tranche. Now I've got a little cotton mouth, can't say it correctly. Chris, can I have a photo of my kids' portfolio? If you could give your opinion on Insta. It's Dono. My opinion is offshore. That is my opinion, and exposure to the 3 indexes. I don't believe in anything local, even though the SA Top 40 has done phenomenally well. Long term for me, if you look at the SA 40, it's been absolutely ramping. So I always say don't have your portfolio concentrated into one sector, for instance healthcare or tech or automotive. Have a diverse portfolio. Also make sure that the companies you invest in are at least top 50 or top 100 in terms of market cap. Okay, so for instance, if you let me do this quickly. If you ever want to go and do it yourself, I actually made a video as well how to pick stocks. If you go here to data, give me 1 second. If you go to markets, let's go US. If you go here to the US, TradingView actually has got a function for you. Okay, let's go US stocks. Why is it not giving me what I want to see? Give me 1 second. Oh damn, here it is. Financials. There we go. Okay, let's go one back. Okay, it's not giving me what I want to see. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let me just see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so if you go here, ever want to check something here, you can choose. So that's all the US stocks. So what I usually do is I go large cap, okay, to get all of my large cap stocks. So this is the top 100 according to market capitalization. So for instance, Nvidia has got 4.52 trillion US dollars invested into the market. So you want something that's got volume first of all. Then what you can do is you can go and look, let's say you want to build a dividend portfolio, click high dividend, go check at high dividend stocks. TradingView gives you all of this data, performance, income statements, balance sheets, profitability, all of that. You can come and have a look here on TradingView. So there's a lot you can use here. Best performing, highest revenue, most expensive. That's obviously going to be based on the PE ratio. And also the price. Let's see quickly. PE ratios for me is not always a 100% good reflection. Okay. For instance, what is this company? Next Technology Holding. It's got a PE ratio of 0.01, which effectively makes it very cheap. And if you would look at PE ratios, this could be a buy. I don't know what the average is for that sector, but you don't know what's going on within the business. Okay, so that is what I would suggest. Also, I'm not mandated to give you any advice or an opinion, because technically if I look at your portfolio and I say something about it, that could potentially sway your decision to make a financial decision based on my opinion. Oh, are you in Project G? Okay, send it there. Yeah, that's easier. Never heard of Tranche. Really? Yeah, they've got very interesting ways how to structure investments. What do you think of government bonds? Emil, I think our government bonds are relatively, the yields are quite high if I'm not mistaken. South African bonds. The only thing though with bonds is, and I need to make very sure because I'm not a bond expert. So I'm gonna try and explain it as simple as I can. So the thing with bonds is you get bond yields, okay, and you get bond price. Okay, that's the price you pay for it on face value. Okay, so these are the two. You've got yields, that is what it will yield, as it says. That's basically the rate. So think of it as the interest rate. And then you've got the price to buy the bond. Okay, so to buy a unit of the bond, for instance. Now, how it works is if something's giving a massive yield, okay, the price is very low, okay, because it almost forces you to stay in the bond. Okay, so it's giving you a big yield. When bond prices start to go up, yields start to come down. Okay, so that is the trade-off between yields and price. Now, if you think about it, if you invest into a bond, I'm not sure if there's a maturity, but with yields going up, you can enjoy high yields. But let's say if you want to sell out of your bonds, if that yield continues to go up, that bond price might continue to go down. So that yield that you have received could have eaten into the price that you bought it at. But personally, I've never invested into a government bond. I'm not too clued up with bonds and the bond market. That in its own is a skill as well. I chatted to, for instance, the one guy from the US trader I chatted to. He traded bonds when the bond market was very volatile many years ago. But yeah, so for instance, you can even go and check the 10-year bond price. I don't know what let me just quickly check what is the 10-year bond price. 10-year bond price. Not interested. It's just giving me But yeah, bonds is something I don't want to get involved in bonds. My brain is too small to try and figure out the bond market as well. But yeah, that's basically that is bonds. Chris, quick question. Are you automated with your trading yet? I am autonomous with my trading, correct. Not automated. But there is a level of autonomy. Can gold give us the short? I don't know if we're going to get the gold short though. I'm thinking, look, if we reject here again, 100% gold shorts can come in. But I still have a weird feeling we can get that move to the upside. Steve. Keeks, what are you looking for in gold?
Right now, a bit of a breakout. We just range bound, so there's nothing I really want to take where it's at now. And I mean, if we maybe get like a type of like a chef's kiss, I'll go for that. But there's nothing really. And you?
I want to wait for this breakout above here. Too much fear in the world for gold sells. I don't think it's necessarily. I think it's like I mentioned, it's a hedge. It's the first time in many years we've been sitting in this interest rate environment where we are. So I think it would actually be interesting to go look back at to go back and see what the correlation was with gold and 2008 before. Let's actually have a look now while we wait for gold. I've got it on the side of my screen, so don't stress. So you want to see what gold did during that high interest rate environment. Yeah, 2005, you can see as rates increased, you had gold pump. And then obviously we had the global financial crisis, and then gold was the edge again. And then during this flat period, gold pulled back. And then as rates went up again, this was obviously Cocodona there. So again, so you've got a lot of factors supporting gold here. If you look at it this way. So higher interest rates mean higher gold prices. So there's a lot supporting gold. God, SA's coming up. I want to keep the two just pumping and make my fishing traces. Can a person start trading with 100 Rand? You can start trading with anything, my brother. You can start trading with anything. Anything is 100 Rand. Yeah, 100 Rand, you can't expect big things from 100 Rand. Because money, unfortunately, makes money. Yeah, same here, trader. I'm not looking to sell. Compliments of the season, my brother. Chris, your knowledge is incredible. Thanks for you guys. Peter, please tell my wife that. She does not believe me that my knowledge is incredible. Keeks, just screenshot that and send it to my wife. No, I think I chatted about it. The unfortunate thing is that trading accessibility has been made so easy, but it doesn't mean that everyone should trade. Look, there's you can come in with 100 Rand, you can flip it, but the issue with that is it triggers a lot of other emotional triggers, because now all of a sudden you take 100 Rand to 2,000 Rand. And now you've created that expectation that every time you go into the market, it should be something of a 2,000% return or 20,000% return. So now all of a sudden it instills that thing of you'll never be happy with any trade you take, because you're still trying to emulate what you did with that 100 Rand. So there's nothing wrong starting with it. But like I said, if you've got a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year plan with your trading, you can trade at 100 Rand. And like I said, you can make 10 Rand a trade, whatever extra money you've got, you can put it into your account. You can build slowly and steadily. But that is not what social media is portraying trading to be, unfortunately. And the issue with social media is it creates this illusion of overnight success, where the majority of the traders you see online and the majority of traders overseas and in Miami don't trade at all. It is all based off membership, course sales, and they don't make that money from trading. Even South African influencers driving Lambos and GT3 RSs, that is not from trading. That is from IB rebates, potential P&L deals. So it's very, very seldom that you're going to emulate that success with a 100 Rand account. Chris, would you buy? I think it's high, dude. I think SA40 is sitting at all-time highs, so I think you're a little bit late to the party if you want to get involved now. I'm not saying it can't go any further, but this is all-time highs. Might be a little bit late to the party. I would say 2025 March was your entry there, close to that 200. Actually, I want to see quickly where was the pivots during 2025. Yeah, that was your play there, yearly pivot. 2025. Go check on my YouTube. I discussed this in depth. How to choose long-term stocks. That's the thing, Chad. I've given all of the knowledge. There's nothing special about investing. There's nothing. It's simple stuff that anyone can go and do. But I can almost promise you that 90% of you here did not go and watch that video. And I don't mind. I honestly don't mind that you didn't watch it. But when you ask about stocks and all of that, I literally put everything I know into that video on how to pick stocks.
Gold.
Peter, no, I wouldn't say it's ready for the next run. I am very closely watching what is going to happen here in the next week or two. I honestly do think we can run if yields start to drop, but we are also this pullback here is only like, what is it, not even 30, what is that, 30%. So I don't think it's the next run is not, I think we can push again, but I don't think necessarily this is gonna be yeah, look, I would love for it to run, because you guys know I'm holding a tiny bag there on that altcoin portfolio, but my only concern is if I look at this cycle here, you can see that after we took all-time highs again, we almost had very similar structure. Look at this here. Look at that structure there, and then you look at the structure here. So that is my only concern. This for me is not a great bottoming pattern. I like something like this, where you take a low, then you reverse back into the range. I would have loved if we saw something like this, but we created this. This not getting off that level is not very promising. So no, but I will add as we drop. I will definitely be adding. I do think Bitcoin just moves in cycles. We've seen it over and over again. The cycle just repeats itself. Get massive pops, pull back, then it runs again. So yeah, I'm definitely not missing the next one. And I also think there's talks on, I don't know what year the last Bitcoin will be mined. Brian sent it to me. I think in the next couple of years the entire ledger will be mined. So then basically what is in circulation is in circulation. Then there's no more supply coming in, then it's purely demand. 2028, there you have it. So 2028, the supply and circulation will be the supply. I think it's Trump trying to jawbone Powell. I don't think it's going to work. I actually think it's going to piss him off. I think Trump should focus, as much as I love Trump, I think Trump should focus on running the country, and he should leave the Fed to do what the Fed needs to do. That is why a central bank remains independent, because if you start changing monetary policy to suit government policy or government agendas, then you start to go into a scenario where everything feels good in the short term, and the people that end up paying in the long term is the consumer, because then you're sitting with high inflation, you're sitting with a lot of issues. So I think Trump should just focus on himself. Central banks, 100%. Trump must just focus on his own.
Trump must just...
They must just chill, bro.
Trump must just do Trump things.
Do Trump things, leave central bank things for central bankers. I don't think the Fed has done a terrible job navigating the last couple of years, if I'm being very honest. I think Powell will go down as one of the better Fed chairs, simply for the reason that he was chair during some very, very tough economic environments. If you think of COVID-19, where we had inflation in the US close to 18%, a first world developed market, 18%. Then we had Ukraine and Russia, the oil thing, where oil spiked massively as well, also fueling inflation. I actually think, and this is my personal opinion, I think he's done a very good job. I think he's done very, very well. Yeah, I wonder. That's Chad. That's something I traded when Yellen left, and who replaced Yellen? It was Powell, eh? Sorry, no, not when Yellen was replaced. Just when Yellen got into power. I think it was Greenspan. I think it was Alan Greenspan. So let me check. 2000. No, man, it was. Oh, it was Ben. Yeah, so it was Ben Bernanke, and then, damn, Yellen only had a 4-year term. Janet. Jerome Powell. I think he did well. What do you think, Kiggs?
Nah, he didn't do bad, bro.
I don't think Trump can install. I think there's certain criteria of how the new Fed chair gets elected. That's actually maybe a post I'm gonna make. Kiggs, don't try and front run me on this now. Who will be the new Fed chair?
Check out this man, yeah, Chad.
Chad, you know what I've seen with the Instagram stuff? Kiggs will tell you as well. Content does well like that. Like we discussed it now, and that question, for instance, can Trump elect a new chair? And for some weird reason, people would be too lazy to research it. So if you, like, I will make that post later in the week and it will do 100,000 views because it's something that people they would want to know. And it's like, okay. Okay, Jen, I must check. I'm going to check myself. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, Powell's almost been in power for 8 years, so it's not even something that I've looked at, but I will research it and come back to you guys. Follow me on Instagram, Chris_Marketable. New post dropping tomorrow. Happy New Year, Zach. Okay, Chad, who took gold sells? Let me know. Talk to me. I can feel you guys took some sells. I can feel it in my bones. Who took sells? Chat to me. Who took sells? Keys, you can feel it as well, eh?
Ah, bro, of course I did.
Oh, Jen, but you remember Trump says a lot of stuff. Chris, can you please show me how to use the fib retracement tool? Yeah, you go there. Fib retracement, or you're on your left hand side, there's a little pop out, and you just pull it. Remember, fib is just a ratio, just to measure ratios. So the simplest way I can put it is, the fib is, if you have a water bottle, think of the fib as a water bottle, and as the water bottle fills. So think of it as mils. So that is 0, that is 0% full, that is 100% full. So it's just a ratio. So I've got it at 25s. So it's 25%, 50, 75. So now obviously there's the thing with the 618 being the golden ratio. So there's your 618. Or your 38.2. This would actually be 38.2, but yeah. So it's just a ratio, my brother. It's literally, even if I had to draw a line here and divide it into 4 blocks, that is literally what the fib is. So you can change what levels you want to see. You can put it at 10 increments, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I hope that makes sense, my brother. Nah, I didn't see his speech, Jen. I didn't. I haven't followed too much of what he's been doing. I must actually have a look. I hope that helps, my brother. He apparently has 2 options on it, both named Kevin. Powell only has a few months left. Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo, Dean. Kevin Hassett is one of the lead runners for the Fed chair, and is also a long-time conservative economist and key Trump economic advisor. I don't like that. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, but remember, it's not just the Fed chair that makes the decisions, eh? So that is why there's a board of governors. So there's a chair, I think, for every state, or there's 7 chairs in total. So as much as you've got Powell there, and that's currently leading the Federal Reserve, interest rate decisions are made by all of them. So the power is not just with one. So that gives me a little bit more confidence of Kevin pushing Trump's agenda. So I think what Kevin would do is, Kevin, if he gets in, he will tell Trump, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And if he can't get it across the line, he'll just say, like, he couldn't convince the board members. Stofie, I'm in buys since this morning. Stofazana Manana. Stofina. Nice range here on gold there, Kiki.
We're waiting patiently, bro.
Bro, I don't even know who our central bank governor is. Chad, who's the South African... okay, nice rejection there on gold. Who's the South African... Who's the head of the SARB? Okay, Chris, your thought, buy at 33.31 like now. Jen, I am all for the buys. That's why I waited for... There's just one thing for me that I want to see. And if we can hold this point of control, and if we can hold this previous daily high, 100% I would go for it, because we have yet to hold above this previous daily high. So that is the only reason I'm saying I would rather want to see this break of all-time highs, because then we've got all of this liquidity sitting here, and everyone that is currently short has got stops above there. So that could give us a nice little pop to the upside and give us a chance to manage our trade accordingly. Taking a buy here, not the worst of ideas, if I'm being very honest. Honestly, not the worst. But we're going to have to... I'm not going to buy while we've got a bearish candle forming here, because that is currently showing rejection there. And it's not finding acceptance above this previous daily high. So for that reason, no, not for me. If we can find acceptance above this level, I will take a shot.
Bro, I won't lie. I see now why you were so confused yesterday.
See now. So let's say this, Jen. If we can get a nice little mini break of structure here, I could get behind that. Holding this zone nicely. We break that structure. We've got some points to the left we can trade to. We obviously have this as a target, these eyes, 100%. And we see if we can pop them. So 4 minutes. Let's see if we can get it. But I have to go peak kicks. I can't.
Bro.
I can't not be. Okay, let me go pee quick. I like 1 minute, that's why I'm saying. Oh, you're on the 1 minute. I still have to pee, even if it's on the 1 minute. Jenny. 1 minute. You've got this steady little downtrend here. Steady little downtrend on the 1 minute. First little pullback. Yeah, Jen, even on the 1 minute, I would need to see a break to the upside. Because here you can see if I go to a line chart, bearish order flow, pullback, not yet confirmed, don't have a minor break of structure there. So even on the 1 minute, because this can just continue down, because there's your structure level. We haven't taken that out. So while that high is in, this is still, the little downtrend we've got here is still firmly intact. If that makes sense. Alright, but I am for the buys. Like I said, I'm not selling gold at all, unless it's below Asia lows. But I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Follow me on Instagram, Chris_Marketable. Give me views so I can beat Keegan.
Bro, what is this? What information is this? Chad, gold is we are waiting very patiently here with gold. Chad, as much as we want to trade, we gotta wait there.
Amazon product came. Jen, you see that? That's why I say we need to see acceptance above that level, because we haven't really been able to get away from that level. Yo, what type does Amazon use? Holy smokes. Let's see if we can take a gin trade here. Gintana. One minute. 20 seconds. I'm gonna rip it, Keeks.
Gonna go long.
1 minute for the boys.
You're not gonna do it.
You will hear me.
I'll do it with you, bro. I just need to figure out what I'm doing here.
Okay, let's go for it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa. Why did it give that last little pump? Alrighty, Chad, in some long skis here. Gonna go with the flat little 50 there.
Is yours thing just gold or micro gold?
No, I take full gold.
I'm trying to figure this out here, bro. Market, limit, market. Number of contracts.
Okay. I'm gonna go 50 there. The idea is that we will run these highs, okay? Whether we reverse then is completely out of our control. Gentega. Okay, let me try and open up this package here.
I won't even lie, bro. But I'm so confused what is going on here right now.
I need a knife. I'll be back, Chad.
Is that the order? Trades. How do I choose my... Yo, guys, you're on a new platform, man. It's like, what is going on here?
I'm trying to open this box, but Amazon used tape that you can hang a car. A box knife?
Yeah, like a package knife.
Really? You guys are too late with the skewer. What did I buy from Amazon? Oh, geeks. Kiki.
Bro, I wanted to get one.
I had to go bring it, and then for my watch.
So why did you get the wired one? That's the only reason I
there's
didn't
no
buy it is I
latency.
want the wireless, bro.
There's no latency on wire. Split seconds matter. No, really. Do you ever see pro gamers gaming with wireless mouse? Go check it out. I know it's
There is some that do.
Huh?
There is some that do.
Show me. They're not good.
You did market research.
No, honestly, the latency is very low on. Okay, Chad, let's see if we're going to run that liquidity. Let's keep an eye here. There's my little finger here. Okay, that level is the stop run level. Oh shit. What came out now? Someone had other plans here. 5 minutes. Okay, there's the 5 minute. The reason I wanted to get, but you see, this is also, yo, it's thin, my dude. I like more. Oh no. Oh no.
Have you never felt the mouse?
No. Oh no, but I think you can set it, eh? Is this not the one? Ah, no. I thought this is the one where you can. Ah, Keeks. Do you want to buy it over? We're gonna give the. Is it? Oh no, boys, that is not.
You genuinely don't like it?
That's not what I wanted. That was not what I
I
wanted.
like this, bro.
What is this now?
No, that's nice.
Little toolbox. Oh, you can put weights in it. You check this, Keys.
Alright.
It's little weighted bars you can put into your mouse.
Yeah, dick.
How do I put the weights in the logic thing? Do you like a thin mouse like this? I think I'll get used
It's
to it.
nice. But you just gotta get used to it, bro.
Oh no. I've got a big hand, bro.
Oh.
Oh, I check. You open up the bottom and you put weights in. Think I'll get used to it.
I reckon you will.
Now, in my username, I must put there hashtag new mouse. If I'm
New mouse.
guys, do it, bro. Serious gamers. This is the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. Getting weights with your mouse.
I just want to get a new keyboard now, bro. I'm tired of my old one.
Do you like a heavy mouse or a light mouse?
It's a mix, eh? Like it can also just depend on the game and.
Yo, I'm gonna need to. Okay, chat. I'm just waiting for that liquidity to be popped. Then I'm gonna go break even. That's if we pop the liquidity. Big ifs going around here. Okay, here we go. Let's check. This is where we should see price. Once we tap that liquidity, we need to run. We need to see teleportations here.
One-way teleportation.
Price should vibrate a little bit there. Vibrate a little bit and then just teleport like, oh damn.
Bro, it's been a while since we've seen like TPs being slipped. Guys are quick to slip stop losses, but TPs are like, no, we're going to give you guys immaculate market execution. He's still playing there with that thing, bro.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to have to feel it out. I'm not just going to put the weights in. Yo, but I don't think it's this thin though. That's my only thing. Yo, this wheel feels smooth. I made a mistake, Keegs. I'll give it out. We're gonna have to live with it. It's fine. Alrighty, Chad. Yet to get that run there. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this away quickly for us to just focus here on this trade.
Oh, there, we just put it on the group, bro, Steve. This wireless thing is 2 to 4 millisecond delay. Cribbo unnoticeable. All the pros use wireless in the Counter-Strike Go. There's only one pro still playing with wired. I told you, bro.
But that one pro must be very good. Steve, that one pro must be on another level. That pro needs to be studied. Keeks, but 2 to 4 milliseconds, bro, is the difference between getting out of the upper level and getting back to the tunnels. Alright, Chad, what I'm going to do here, as soon as we break this 5-minute high, I'm going to go break even, because then we need to run. We are at session highs. We are currently very close to all-time highs. We do have a nice little test there on the previous daily high. So if price is going to run, it should do that now. I'm already just going to go half my stops in the case of something happening like that, just to reduce risk. Their risk has been reduced. But the idea is still that once we break through this level, you are going to see a very strong push. And that is a big if we get through that level, because we are not through it yet. So yeah, let's see. I've reduced my risk to... Technically, if we are going to run, we shouldn't come back here. We've had multiple opportunities to get away from this level, first and foremost. And then secondly, if we come back down again here, it's highly unlikely we're going to get through that level in this session. Maybe the next session, but not this session. And also we've got this flat body resistance area there. That's one we've got there. And then we've got a flat body resistance area there. So ideally what I would want to see is this 5 minute holding above here. Otherwise, what's going to happen if we close back inside here, it's going to come all the way back down in the range, and that's a break-even trade. So if this 5-minute closes back inside of this range, I'm going to go break even. Okay. Because then, like I said, we're going to come back inside of the range. Oh, bro, Amazon is also a China shop now. Eh?
Why?
Bro, they scammed me. I paid $400 for something made in China.
Nah, that's just you, bro. You fell for that.
Bro, this looks like it comes out of general store. Look at that. Chad, look at that.
You know what's funny, bro? You did that. I got
Yo.
3 armbands, and they literally came in the same packet. That's why I'm saying that. 3 armbands for my Ultra,
Yeah.
and I think I paid 110 rand for it.
What did I look like? Good.
They good. They on the watch now, and I'll take when you take it off.
Chad, I'm break even. We tapped that level as mentioned, so Amazon, what are you guys doing? What are you guys?
Oh, bro, these markets look like they're barely moving.
What side is the...
What side is?
Well, I'll check now. Oh, so much for gold volatility. It's the wrong way around.
Man's fighting with this thing there. You're struggling a bit there, bro.
I am fighting a little bit.
At this point, it is Garmin Watch 1, Chris Market Bull 0.
Order filled.
Break even there for me, Chad. I think the black looks better than the green.
Yeah.
Break even.
We can also start. We still need to go do the giveaway now.
Yeah. We gotta break even. Gotcha, that's break even for me. It barely moved. What was that? 28? Yeah. $28. Okay. Still bullish for me, like I mentioned. Could be consolidative till NYSE. Could be waiting for data. So similar to yesterday. we can come all the way back into the range now. And I will sit out the pullback sells. So I was gonna put this all band back. Okay, Kigo, you're gonna do the giveaway there for us, my brother. Britsky.
Alright. Good, we also need to see who
Did you reshare all of, must I reshare it?
we can reshare them, but we also want to just see. Hey, okay, I just saw now. Trading in the new whip. I must say I like that. I like Danes.
Trade route coffees. Is that 50 cal? Haha. I like that. Was there only 3 stories?
Well, that's the thing I'm looking. Jeremy made a post. So you can just see Jeremy's post.
Okay, so then those 4 will get.
If they're the only
Yeah,
ones
let
that
me
did it and
call
put
it.
the effort in, then
Alrighty, Chad. That is the session. Unfortunately, no TP here today. Also, no loss, so neither here nor there. I do think we can get a pullback, but effectively, I'm not interested in selling gold at all. Not interested in selling gold here, boys. I do think we could get that run there, but for now there's nothing here for me. No, with previous daily highs sitting there. US30 starting to come up quite nicely. Dollar starting to come down from that level we discussed, so couldn't get through that. So yeah, still very overlapping. NASDAQ, like I mentioned to you guys, I'm looking down here a little bit later today if we get it, and same with US30. US30, I would love price to come down here first. All right, but Chad, that is it. Slower morning than what we used to with gold. Keeks, any closing remarks there from you, my brother?
no, that very, very slow markets. But yeah, guys, obviously, literally, if 3 of you did it, then 3 of you get the prizes. So, Jeremy, you obviously, we don't even have to go through it. Jeremy won, Lapis, you got the other one, and Dane, you got the other one. Well done, guys. Appreciate you guys. So just contact support to get your guys' accounts. But well done to those. And then, are we doing New York today then?
No, I told the guys.
So you told them,
so going forward, Chad, if you want to join the New York session, you can join Project G. But going forward, it will only be London. And then on Fridays, we'll do a double for you guys, London and New York. So Fridays, you will get a double dose. But going forward,
Just
Monday to Thursday.
I do see other guys saying they did mention us. Wait. Okay, Ta also got one. So
Okay, but we'll make a post about the winners.
Yeah.
We'll sit now.
We'll go through them and just see all the ones, alright?
But Chad, appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining. If you are still going to trade for the rest of the session, good luck. Remember PPI later today, so trade safe, be safe, and we will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Project G, we see you guys this afternoon for NYSE. Peace and love, baby. See you guys later. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.